Well, I didn't think I was going to get anything coming through today. I didn't really want to talk. As you can hear, I've not only had a smoke, but I was doing a lot of shouting, singing to old reggae tracks last night. But firstly, love is the key. And if we don't use that as our daily mantra through this year, it's going to whop ya. Second, the divine feminines are really feeling a mega power up. And so I trust that the men don't find competition with this, because I believe that I know a lot of men who are finding it quite difficult to move through the current energies and the blockages and the stress and the things they've been put under by society over the years. And it's now culminating in the split paradigm shift, where those who will either do the work and want to correct generational curses, generational patterns, correct generational patterns and break generational curses or hexes, and those who won't. And I'm around a lot of divine masculines who are doing the work, and I can see it that everyone's at their own pace. Everybody's story is very unique, but we are connected in this energies. And once you start to tap into that, once we start to tap into that, it can connect us with the energetic shifts that are going on, and we're only going to get more psychic and more intuitive and more sensitive, where we don't really need to be asking advice from other people or watching bits and bobs online. We can know, like at the minute, I don't know what I was going to swear, but I think that's a message from Spirit to calm it down. I don't know what's going on, but I am on a hype ting. I have, well, they're telling me thousands. This is a huge upgrade. I'm getting, well, non-physical, so not only humans that have transitioned over, but non-physical entities. So there'll be people that watch this that think, what's she talking about? That's cool. I'm talking to the people who believe in the non-physical. And it's really overwhelming. And I'm really grateful at the minute I have a few days on my own, because I don't even know why I'm playing with my hair. Like, this is the energy. I literally have ants in my pants. So after a couple of years of practicing this, I am now able to guide myself through the energetic shifts. I feel it. Like, I know that anything I feel today that's negative, it's not mine. There's no reason for me to be feeling that, because, and this is aside from the grief and love and the things that we go through, and, you know, I've had my heart broken and all this stuff. I'm talking about now, right here, right now, today. I am grateful, I'm happy. If a negative thing comes into my environment, that's not my energy. And as a sensitive before, I would used to maybe reason by saying, I have anxiety, or my anxiety, and I would like claim that. Well, I don't know why anyone would say my anxiety ain't mine. It's not even a thing. Like, that's not my vibration anymore. And so the way that we use words with the energies that we start to learn, and how we realise, like, I'm good right here, right now, have everything I need to survive the day. I'm beautiful. Anything else that comes into that field, let it be recognised as something else, somebody else's. And if we are, as divine feminines, and I can only talk from this perspective, and ancient ones, if we are in a position to be able to transmute that energy for that other person, for the collective, like, I'm channeling fairy, well, I have a Zulu guide, but anyway, it was more fairy came through yesterday, and I was channeling to Gom. Like, it's one of my favourite musics coming out of Durban, well, for the past sort of 10-15 years. But anyway, beside the point, I can feel myself speeding up, so I'm going to breathe. And this is what happens when people are natural channels. We tend to, when we're not at a point of mastering it, we tend to talk erratically, stutter, whisper. There are various tangents that come through because we're connected. Certain things will come into us and want to say certain things. So anyway, it's been a learning curve, and I'm not in the most coherent of energies right now, so thank you for bearing with me. Like, it's all love. It's actually a game. It is a game, and Oh gosh, I'm going to have to find the name of that song. So I clocked Ice Age this Christmas, which was quite a special film for me, and the theme tune to that, I can't remember, is it Rooted Rust? The I'm really struggling to get my words. The chorus is, I would like to hold you. I can't remember, it's Hold It Down or something. Anyway, if you can listen to that track. I heard that and watched a bit of Ice Age this Christmas, or this festive season, however when I was with my family. And then met another soul fan, Warrior. We're on very different missions, but Warrior, and you would never expect this person to put that track on. And they did put it on 2 nights ago. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, the levels at which the soul fam are resonating right now, telepathically, energetically. And it's going to be we're a lot of us are solitary characters. We will be in and out of lives until, for me, or my part, the divine sacred union arrives. But still, we've got to be able to maintain our own pure frequency, especially if we are light workers, shadow workers, whatever all these words are. I know I transmute energy for the collective, particularly for a certain group of people, souls, who have travelled through the ages and forgot themselves and forgot their power, forgot their strengths. And Valhalla keeps coming up, like we were warriors and we've just forgotten our way a little bit, because the underworld, through club scene and all of that, can take us into our south node all the time. But once we start to identify all of this stuff, we can recall the power that we have, and rather than focus and direct it, because a lot of us are master energy manipulators, rather than settle into the south node and like do all of the indulgent shit, we use it to focus on a higher mission. Like, and that comes when we shift the energy. Spirit guides us, or whoever our higher power is, they will start to give us messages. And oh god, sorry, so much coming through me. So anyway, I just want to say to my divine masculine brothers who are changing the script, doing everything differently to the generations that have come before them, doing creating generational wealth, creating legacy, showing that nature matters to them, showing that feelings and emotions matter to them. I'm not saying crying all the time or don't get on your masculine shit. Men like to fight. Men do, they need their time. Anger is a valid emotion. It's a sacred rage that a lot of the women have been feeling us, and we've been feeling it. So we've allowed ourselves to elevate, which is why a lot of us are feeling like we're on fire right now. There's a lot of sacred energy, and the women that I'm connected to, even them, just being around them are making me a little bit fluttery. And I don't know what that means. That's I'm awaiting the emperor. I'm not. Anyway, it's not about that life for me. This is going to look like I'm kooky, but anyway, this is what happens when the energy is really, really, really high. Don't really know what it means yet. Didn't intend to speak today. Spirit's like, get on and chat. So the main message, after thousands of tangents, apologies, although, I'm not really sorry for anything. This is my authentic self. This is what happens when we get a spiritual awakening and gifts start to come through and words and things just appear and you just have to let it out. Otherwise, I'm going to go batshit crazy. Is divine masculines. Women, we need to be supporting the masculine right now. And I'm not saying, we allow them to lead. No, we can all lead ourselves individually. But the masculines, men, what they have had to suppress, and I say have had to because that's just what society's been and families have been saying. It's like, men don't cry, warriors don't cry, don't do this, don't do that, be the breadwinner, bring home the bacon. Well, we don't do pork here, but no, it stops. Men are leveling up because the feminine energy is leveling up. So the men are going to have to feel the emotions because the collective feminine energy is rising. And we don't want men to be in their feminine. We want to have the feminine activated in them, because I want a man. I don't want no... Well, I'm not going to say that word because I'll get tarnished for it. I don't want a weak emperor by my side because I'll wipe the floor with him. Like, we've left all that era behind, where we attract the wrong people, or we don't get energy that matches our strength. And you know, people are like, oh, what do you mean warrior? No, my past lives have been activated. I was a warrior. I have killed. And to protect my family, again, in this physical realm, I will have protection around me. I'm not condoning violence. I'm just saying we're not mugs out here. We're not going to have the wool pulled over our eyes, or have religious cults target us and try to sacrifice us, and just sit on our laurels and just go, kumbaya, kumbaya, it's all going to be okay. No, 2024 might be a shit show for some people, but for those of us who've been actively looking at ourselves for the past 3 years, every part of the shadow, and it's fucking hard, we might actually feel all right through this shift. We might feel level. Now, obviously, I'm showing a whole spectrum of emotion, different types of channeling or whatever. So I'm still new in the game, but I'm ancient. This is just a remembering for me. This is just a recovery, a recollection of information that I've had stored somewhere else. So don't let people walk all over you. Don't let people walk all over us. I'm not separate to anybody, so I don't like it when I think it's the ego that pulls me back to the me, I. No, we love ourselves, we live for ourselves, because we can only do that to support the collective, because when we're stronger, everything around us is stronger and works in our favour. So 1144 on the clock. I think that's enough said now, isn't it?